Good morning, my dear students. So today we're going to look into additional examples in finding the integral of functions using integration by substitution. So let's try to look at the first problem. So here you will be asked to solve the general solution of the differential equation dy over dx is equal to e raised to 10x. So the first thing that you need to do is to cross multiply. So you'll be having your dy is equal to e raised to 10x, and of course you need to write your dx here. Then after that, we identify your u. So your u is equal to 10x. Then you get the derivative of u. So your du here is equal to 10 dx. And you notice in our equation, you only have here your dx. So we get rid of your 10 here in our equation. So we divide both sides of the equation by 10. So you'll be having du all over 10, and this is equal to your dx. Now in our substitution process, you can now replace your dx with du all over 10. Okay? So here we have your dy, and this is definitely equal to your e raised to u. Okay, because you need to replace your 10x with the arbitrary variable u. So you have your u here, and then your dx will now be replaced with your du all over 10. Okay. Then after that, you take the integral of both sides. So we have here the integral of dy, and of course we have constant here 1 over 10. So you need to write 1 over 10 first before taking the integral of your e raised to u du. Okay. Then after that, you're aware that the integral of dy is y. So you write y here, and then you have your 1 over 10, and the integral of e raised to u du is e raised to u plus, of course, your arbitrary constant c. Okay, so our general solution for this differential equation will now then be 1 over 10 e, and then we write the original expression. So your u here is 10x originally, so you write e raised to 10x plus the arbitrary constant c. Okay, so that's the general solution of our differential equation dy over dx is equal to e raised to 10x. So that is y is equal to 1 over 10 e raised to 10x plus the arbitrary constant c. Okay, now let's try to look at this example. Here you are asked to evaluate the integral of tangent x dx. So we apply here our lesson in trigonometric identities. You are aware that your integral of tangent x dx can be equal to, or is equal to, your sine x all over cosine x dx. We replace your tangent x with sine x over cosine x. Then of course we're going to identify your u, and usually we make use of the expression in the denominator as your u here in this example. So let u be equal to, okay, let u be equal to your cosine x. Then you get the derivative of u. So your du is, of course, you're aware that the derivative of cosine x is negative sine x. Okay, then after that, we can now substitute your u and du to our original given. So you'll be having integral of, the derivative of u here is negative sine x. We forgot to write your dx here. And in our original given, you can find sine x dx here. So we get rid of negative 1 here first before we do substitution. So you'll be having negative du is equal to your sine x dx. So that in our substitution process, you can now replace your sine x dx with negative du. So you write it here, your negative du all over your cosine x is u. Okay, and of course you can see here your negative 1 negative du rather, so we can factor out your negative 1 here, so you'll be having negative integral of your du all over d. Okay, now before getting the integral of this negative integral of du over du, let's recall first your derivative of ln of x. So if you have your y is equal to ln of x, okay, you get the integral or the derivative of both sides, so y prime or dy all over dx, that will give you 1 over x. Then if we do the reverse, you get the integral of this differential equation dy over dx is equal to 1 over x. You cross multiply, so you'll be having dy all over dx. You write your dx now here all over x, or 1 over x dx. You get the integral. Okay, definitely your y here is ln of x, or ln of the absolute value of x plus the arbitrary constancy. Okay, so you can apply this here in our example. So if you notice, you have here negative integral of dl over u. Okay, and it's quite similar to your integral of dx over x. So you get the integral of dl over u. So you have negative ln of, that will be your answer, no? Negative ln of the absolute value of u plus the arbitrary constancy. Okay, so this is negative ln of, your u is cosine x, so you have the absolute value of cosine x here plus the arbitrary constancy. So the general solution, or the answer rather, the integral of tangent x dx is negative ln of cosine x plus the arbitrary constancy. You can actually apply this process in finding the integral of some trigonometric functions like cotangent x. Okay, you can apply a similar process to get the integral of the trigonometric function cotangent x. Okay, now let's try solving the integral of this given. So here you are asked to solve the integral of x squared x cubed square root of x cubed plus 1. Then we need to write the x here. Okay, so again, the first thing that we need to do is to identify your u. So usually if you can still recall, in our previous discussion, we let u be equal to the expressions enclosed inside the parentheses, or the radicand, or it can be that the expression that we can substitute with u is the denominator. But in this case, we will be making use of x cubed plus 1, because that's the expression in the, or that's the radicand rather of the radical expression in our given. And if you take the derivative, definitely that will give you 3x squared. Okay, so let u, so we write it here, u be equal to your x cubed plus 1. You take the derivative, du is equal to 3x squared. Of course, we need to write your dx here. And in our given, you only need your x squared and then your dx. So we divide both sides of the equation by 3. So you'll be having d all over 3. And this is definitely equal to your x squared dx. Okay, now we are ready to solve the integral of the given expression. So you have the integral of square root of x cubed plus 1. This time we replace that with u, and then your x squared dx will be replaced with du all over du all over 3. Okay, then after that, you factor out the constant, so you'll be having 1 over 3 times the integral of your u raised to 1 half. Okay, we change this radical expression into an exponential expression. Then, of course, we need to write your du here. Okay, so here in this example, you can apply basic integration techniques. So we can write it here, 1/3 times u raised to 1 half. Of course, we need to write, we need to add 1 in our numerator, or in our exponent rather. Then in the denominator, you have to write your 1 half plus 1 also. Then of course, you'll be adding your arbitrary constant c. Okay, so here we simplify our answer. You have 1/3 u raised to 1 half plus 1 is 3 halves. So you write it here, 3 all over 2, and even in our denominator, okay, 3 all over 2. Then, of course, we'll be adding the arbitrary constant c. Now, you can see 3 halves in our denominator. So to simplify it further, we'll be multiplying the reciprocal of your 3 halves to this expression. Okay, so we'll be having 2/3 times the quantity of 1/3 u raised to 3 halves. Then we will be adding the arbitrary constant c. 2/3 times 1/3 is equal to 2 all over 9. And then you have here, you transform u raised to 3 halves back to its radical form. So you'll be having square root of u raised to the 3rd power plus the arbitrary constant c. And if you can still remember, the exponent of your radicand should be lesser than the index. So there's a need for us to simplify it further. So you'll be having 2 all over 9 times square root of u raised to the 2nd power, we factor out u raised to the 3rd power, times u plus the arbitrary constant c. And again, you can extract the square root of u raised to the 2nd power. So we simplify our answer. You'll be having 2 over 9 times u. Then of course, your square root of u plus the arbitrary constant c. Square root of u squared is equal to your u. Then after that, we replace your u with the original expression. And our u here originally is x cubed plus 1. So you change your u with x cubed plus 1, and your radical with x cubed plus 1. And then you have here your arbitrary constant c. So that's the integral of our given x squared square root of x cubed plus 1 dx. Okay, now let's try to look at our fourth example. Here again, we will be asked to find the integral of a trigonometric function. So as you can see, we have here a differential equation. So we cross multiply first. We'll be solving the general solution of the differential equation. So we'll be having dy is equal to cosine of 5x. Then we write your dx here. Then again, we let u be equal to the expression enclosed inside the parentheses. Your u here is your 5x. Then we need to get the derivative of u. This is 5 dx. Okay, and again, here in our given, you can only find dx. So next thing that we need to do is to divide both sides of the equation by 5. So you can have here d all over 5, and this is equal to your dx. So after that, again, we write dy is equal to cosine of u, and then we replace your dx with d all over 5. So this is du all over 5. Okay? And after that, you get the integral of both sides. So the integral of dy is equal to 1 over 5 times the integral of cosine of u du. And you're aware that the integral of cosine of u is sine u. So you'll be having y. Of course, the integral of dy is equal to y. And this is definitely equal to 1 over 5 times sine of u plus the arbitrary constant c. And of course, we replace here u with the original expression. So the general solution of the differential equation will now then be equal to 1 over 5. Then you have your sine of u. Your u is 5x, so sine of 5x plus the arbitrary constant c. Okay, so that's the general solution of the differential equation cosine of 5x. Okay, so again, we have here the differential equation dy over dx is equal to x over the square root of x plus 1. Okay, so again, we are asked to find the general solution of this differential equation dy over dx is equal to x over square root of x plus 1. So the first thing that we need to do is to cross multiply, maybe change the color of our pen. So we have here your dy is equal to x all over square root of x plus 1 times your dx. Okay. So again, we let u be equal to the expression in our radical, and it can also be found in the denominator. So you let u here be equal to your x plus 1, and then we get the derivative of u, and the derivative of x plus 1 is 1. So du is equal to d all over dx is equal to 1, or du is equal to dx. Okay, but our problem here is you have your x dx, and we cannot replace your x dx with du alone. So we need to do formula transformation. So here we let u be equal to x plus 1. We will make use of u is equal to x plus 1, and then after that, of course, we need to solve x in terms of u. So your x here is u minus 1. Okay, so after that, we can now replace our original equation with these expressions, no? U, du, and of course the substitute for x. We'll be having dy is equal to, your x can be replaced with u minus 1. So you'll be having u minus 1 here, and then your dx can be replaced with du. So you have your du here, and this is all over square root of u. Okay, then next we need to simplify. We have here your dy, and this is equal to your u over square root of u. We separate first the fractions, u over square root of u minus 1 over square root of u, and then you have here your du. Okay, then after that, we need to transform your radical into exponential expressions. You have your dy is equal to u all over u raised to 1/2, okay, minus 1 over u raised to 1/2. Then of course you enclose this inside the parenthesis, and then we simplify. You have here your dy And if you notice here, we have expressions with the same basis. So you can apply the laws of exponents here. You have your u raised to 1 over u raised to 1 half. We just subtract the exponents. So the result is, of course, u raised to 1 half minus u raised to negative 1 half. Okay, as you can see here, your expression is in the denominator. So in order for us to apply basic integration techniques, you need to write your 1 over u raised to 1 half as u raised to negative 1 half. And of course, don't forget your du here. Okay. Then after that, we solve the integral. We need to evaluate the integral. So you'll be having integral of dy, and then here on the other side of the equation, you need to have your integral of u raised to 1 half. Of course, you write your du here, minus the integral of u raised to negative 1 half, and then you write also your du. And you're aware that the integral of dy is y. And then we apply basic integration techniques. We'll be adding 1 to our exponent, and of course, that will be written also in our denominator. So your 1 half plus 1 is 3 halves. So definitely you can write it here, u raised to 3 halves, and in our denominator, you have your 3 halves. Okay, you do the same in our second expression. So the integral of u raised to negative 1 half du is, of course, negative 1 half plus 1 is 1 half. So you have u raised to 1 half. And in our denominator, you need to write 1 half. Plus, of course, your arbitrary constant c. Again, simplifying it further, you have your y. Then you multiply the reciprocal. You have your 2/3 times u raised to 3 halves minus 2. The reciprocal of 1 half is 2. U raised to 1 half plus your arbitrary constant c. Then you need to write your exponential expressions here back to its radical form. So you'll be having 2/3, then square root of u raised to the 3rd power minus 2 square root of u plus the arbitrary constant c. You need to simplify your u raised to the 3rd power here. So you'll be having y is equal to 2/3, then square root of u raised to the 2nd power times u minus 2 square root of u plus the arbitrary constant c. And then, of course, you have your y is equal to 2/3, and you're aware that the square root of u raised to the 2nd power is u. So you have here u times square root of u minus 2 square root of u plus the arbitrary constant c. So our answer will now then be equal to 2/3. Okay, 2/3 times u. Your u here originally is x plus 1. So we write here x plus 1, and then the square root of course, your x plus 1 minus 2. Then you write again x plus 1 here to replace u. So x plus 1 plus, of course, the arbitrary constant c. This is now the general solution of the differential equation. Dy over dx is equal to x all over square root of x plus 1. Okay? So the general solution is y is equal to 2/3 times the quantity of x plus 1 square root of x plus 1 minus 2 times square root of x plus 1 plus the arbitrary constancy. So please apply the different steps in finding the general solution of a differential equation, or the method of finding the integral of derivatives using substitution in our examples found in the module.